Hello, hello, fellow entrepreneurs, successful women in business, whoever you are, wherever you are. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. We bring you greetings, and today we are so privileged to have a special lady. Not just on this interview, she is special to me. I have known her for a very long time, and we have none other than Ruth Greco, an entrepreneur and a professional lady. I won't introduce her more than that. I want her to say it herself. Ruth, welcome on our show, Successful Women in Business Show. I want you to please introduce yourself to our viewers and tell us what you do, please.
Thank you very much. Good morning. It's good morning here in America. Good afternoon. I send you greetings, and I'm glad to be here. Uh, the Successful Women in Business is quite an honor and a privilege. Thank you so much, Julie, for hosting me. And I
Thank
was so
you, Ruth.
excited when you told me I was going to share a few things with the team, and I'm very, very glad to be here. My name is Ruth Greco, as you've heard, and I'm both a business woman, an entrepreneur, and also a professional. Let me start with business, being the gist of the day.
Yes.
I have had several startups. I have a wefting company. That's the company that does hair extensions, weaves, the ones that women wear. I do manufacture those. I am a farmer. I have done farming at a large scale, and I'm also into affiliate marketing. So at that point, I'm a business person, and I've also gone ahead to improve my knowledge on business.
Mm,
I am educated in business startups, enterprise development.
mm.
I have a certificate from the University of Commerce in Hunan, China. And
Wow.
And right now, as a professional, I am the zonal administrator for Henry Shane INC Dental. So
Mm,
I'm glad to be here and to be able to share with you the knowledge that I've acquired over time and the experiences I've gone through that I think will also help you to either start
mm.
up your own business, raise your own capital, or build on what is already existing in your life.
Mhm.
Yes.
Absolutely loving it already. We
Mm.
are so honored and privileged to have you, Ruth, on our show. We're so ready to learn and to just, brainstorm on different things. So my next question to you is, what inspires you? What motivates you? What inspires you?
Okay. My biggest inspiration is financial independence. When it comes to money, there is
Mm,
no gender. You
mm,
just need to have it because
mm,
everything pivots around funds.
mm,
So when you find a way of generating the little that you have, then you are at an advantage compared to another person who doesn't know how to multiply their resources. When
mm,
you're able to identify the opportunities around you and make the best use of them, then you're better off. So my biggest motivation basically is financial independence. I don't want
mhm.
to be there and be the one in luck.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody likes to lack anything.
no.
So, having seen that our lives depend on the things that we bring into it to make it a better life,
Mm,
I
mm.
am compelled to go an extra mile to do something that will make life much better,
Mm.
yeah, and much desirable. That's my
A motivation. That is the
motivation.
biggest motivation. It makes you wake up early in the morning.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah. So that takes us to the next big question, which I believe everybody else is waiting to hear
Mm.
about money. When we talk about money, I think it's next to oxygen. It's up there with oxygen.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So we need to we want you to share with us at least five or more creative ways
Mm.
that we can use to raise money to build
Mhm.
our businesses.
Okay. First of all, what is a business? A
Mm,
business is not a business until it's your own inspiration.
Mm.
Because a business can be anything that brings in money, that has a medium of exchange whereby you offer services or goods and you get value for it. That is what a business is. And for it to be termed a business, it has to have an increment or what they call growth. So if you're
Mm.
doing something that is static and you're doing it continually day to day, and
Mm.
let's say you're getting 500 uh, shillings or pounds in your
Mm-hmm.
business, like it's a constant, it's not changing,
Yes.
then that is not a business. It's an occupation.
Mm.
So you have to have a passion for something that actually has an incremental value in its own.
Mm.
So we have both short-term and long-term businesses. There are businesses
Mm.
through which its value is realized over time. There are businesses through which their values are observed immediately. So you choose where to be. So
Mm.
let's get it clear that they are long term and they are short term. And
Mm.
both of these businesses, they require different kinds of mechanisms to make them sustainable, to make them grow, and also to realize the profits. Your profits could be for generations. Like you're
Mm.
going to concentrate on a startup, which is a major startup, knowing that with future plans, other people are the ones going to benefit from it. But you've started it; it's your business. Or it
Mm.
could be something that you want to do for now, like now, and money right now. So that one is started up. So let's go right into the ways of
The
raising.
creative ways. Yeah.
And I want to share with you that money doesn't come by magic. You have to plan it. You
Mm.
have to actually plan how you're going to get your money. Number one, I'm going to share with you about savings. The first way to raise money is to save.
Saving. Yes.
Whether you're a housewife or someone working in an organization, when you get money in your hands, for whatever reason, it's not a must that you must spend it 100%.
Mm.
Get into apportioning your finances. For example,
Mm.
if I have $100, like my income or what somebody gives me, because others are given, is
Mm.
$100. Maybe you're
Mm.
given for certain responsibility or running a home, or in a way, somebody gets money somehow. So
Mm.
apportion your money into percentages. For example,
Mm.
20% is for savings,
Mm.
40% is for my wants, because wants are not needs.
Mm.
Then that is 20/40. The other 40 can be for the actual needs of your life. So if you have $100, £100, save £20. That is what they call compulsory savings.
Mm.
Save £20. You can decide to do your savings daily, like on something that comes in daily. You can decide to do your savings weekly from the incomes
Mm.
that you save per week. You can decide to do your savings on a monthly basis for those people who are into jobs and have salaries. Okay.
Mm.
But savings is a must. I learned from an Indian that for them, when you have money, and they've taken off what they offer for offerings, because they have gods. I think you've seen them in their shops and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Even us, we do offer offerings.
Mm.
It is a must. You must first remove the savings before you can start paying yourselves with other things. Get off
Mm.
something, put it aside. Put it in a place where you won't be able to access it easily, or like to spend it easily. And over time, your savings grow. So, what will make your savings grow faster or lesser is this: are you saving voluntary, or you're compulsing yourself to save?
Mm.
Okay. And are you disciplined enough to actually put that aside? So, it's very, very important to save. Save on everything that you have. Save on everything.
Mm.
$1, £1, it's something. If you save £1 for 10 days, those will be £10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, the £10 also will have a value. They'll
Mm.
they'll certainly have a value. Do £1. Do £1 for 100 days and tell me how many pounds you'll be having. Okay.
Mm.
Let's do the pounds for a whole year. £1 for a whole year.
Mm.
You see how it comes about? So that means your
Yeah.
projection from today. If I intend to start a business next year, I will start today. Save today what you intend to use tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. So do yourself a favor. get over the weaknesses of your spending.
Mm.
And since I'm talking about savings, I'm going to give you the weaknesses that actually how money filters through our hands. Number
Mm.
one, we have a way of wanting to be at the standards of others, comparison. Like,
Mm.
oh, I want what somebody has, but it costs money.
Mm.
For example, I could have a phone. You could be having an iPhone, and I have a Samsung, and I have another phone that can actually do the same functions as a Samsung at a cheaper price. But instead of
Yes.
getting an iPhone or a Samsung that are at a higher cost, I can get a phone that does the work and save the loads of
Mm.
money I would be spending on the other phone. Secondly,
Mm.
don't get so much into credit, borrowing.
Mm.
What credits do to you, they make you a slave,
Yes.
one who has given you the credit. So save yourself the trouble of having to
Mm.
borrow. Instead of borrowing, save.
Mm.
Okay. Then the second thing is to distinguish between your needs and wants, because sometimes we spend so much on wants that when the needs come, we also have to spend on them. So, what do you need? If you need to save for a business, concentrate on the needs, leave alone the wants. For instance, I have uh, 3 dresses in my wardrobe. Okay, it's necessary for me to dress up, but then I have rent to pay. Okay,
Mm.
so I'll forego one. I'll say instead of buying another dress, let me pay the rent because the rent is an actual need, and the
Mm.
want for a dress, I put that money aside so that it helps me in future to start up my own probably dress line. Okay,
Mm.
so
Mm.
the wants and the needs have to be specific in your saving cycle. Okay, I'm
Mm.
getting the wants, let me concentrate on the needs. Okay, then
Okay.
fit within your means. Fit within your means. Everything has a replacement, and everything
Mm.
is perishable. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
even if I want to buy something expensive, and then there is something that can do the same thing that is a little bit cheap, I'll go for a cheap one and fit within my means, so that I don't get into the whole credit thing and then borrowing. And again, I've spent the what I'm supposed to save. I've spent it because I want to keep up appearances. No, you have to know
Mm.
your. So the first thing to do is actually to save money.
Mm-hmm. And to reduce
It's
debt.
I think, and to reduce debts and to fit
Mm.
within your means, distinguish between your needs and your
And
wants.
your wants.
Okay. So the second point is learn how to sell. So you're gonna ask me, how what do I sell when I don't have anything to sell? Everybody has something to sell. Let me give you an example. You
Mm.
sell actually what you do not have. There are so many people who have what to sell, but they don't know where to sell it. Okay.
Mm.
So if for example, if Julie, you have, let me say you have, okay, Julie has a tours and travel company, just tours, right? So I'll come and look at
Mm-hmm.
Julie's needs. What does Julie need? Obviously, Julie needs customers,
Mm.
and me, I don't have the company, right? I don't have the company, but Julie
Yeah.
has it, and I want to get money from
Mm.
Julie's company. So this is what I'll come. I'll come and observe your needs. I say, okay, Julie needs customers. I'll come up with a
Mm.
very good advert poster for myself about travels in Africa, safaris, blah blah blah. If you wanna go see the sun from dusk to dawn, I even put business
Chimpanzee
here.
trekking.
Contact me
Mm.
on this, and this will take you to Africa, and you have a joyous ride. Okay, I am making it exciting. But do I have a
Mm.
company? No. Who
No.
has a company? It's who? It's Julie.
Me.
So I'll go place my adverts in places where there are many people, churches. Don't go to hotels because hotels are restricted or somehow. Go to places where you don't need to pay to put
Mm.
your advert. Okay.
Mm.
Go to shops, shopping malls, restaurants, churches. Put your number there, your business card as the consultant of these travels. Then people will contact you. Okay. They'll contact you. Oh, Ruth, you're fixing people to go to Africa, or I want to go. And then I'll run to Julie and make a deal with Julie. Julie, how much do you charge for people to go to Africa? Okay, let's say £100. Okay. Then I'll say, Julie, you know what? I'm gonna bring you a customer, but I need a commission on every customer I bring.
Mm.
And of course, you need customers, right? So me and Julie
Yeah.
work out a deal. Say, okay, maybe I'll give you, let's say, 10% on every customer that you bring. So 10%
Yeah.
of
It's a
100.
profession, affiliate marketing. It's a respectable profession. Yeah.
Exactly. So you
Yeah.
don't really need to have an actual business to run a business. So when I bring you the customer, if I bring a customer to Julie's business, first of all, I get my commission. And if the customer pays more than what Julie is charging, then the balance, of course, becomes mine.
It's
So how
yours. Yeah.
how does this raise money for you? You make a target for yourself. If
Mm,
I brought 10 customers, if I can afford 10 customers, how much money will I have in my at the end of the day?
mm.
Before you know it, you're helping Julie's business grow. You're helping yourself also
To grow.
to
Yeah.
grow, to get a business. So
Mm,
that is the quickest way, let me tell you,
mm,
because there is always somebody looking for a customer.
mm,
It can even be something in a shop and somebody is looking for somebody to buy that thing. Do the
mm.
walking for that person. I know
Yeah.
a certain lady who used to sell eggs, a tray of
Mm,
eggs.
mm,
And there was this guy, he had a whole shop full of eggs and he would sit there the whole day. So this lady would come and say, "Can I take one tray and sell it for you?" So the guy was like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah," because one tray seemed quite small for him. He would say, "Oh, yeah, yeah, you take." She would come back and she has made a commission on the tray. And then she would give
mm.
the guy. The guy would just say, "Oh, thank you. Can I take another one?" I'm telling you, this lady, she grew her business to the extent that in a day she would sell 100 trays of eggs.
I believe
And,
you. I
and
used to do that. I
it's
used
just
to do that. Going in offices, I see a pregnant woman. I know she doesn't have time to shop.
mm,
So I'll get her all the nice things from a shop and
uh-huh.
take to her. Here is your shop. Oh, how much?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the way to make this work is to give yourself still a target of the
Mm,
money you want to get. So when you're projecting yourself to a particular amount of money, you will be forced to find that kind of exchange so that you raise what you need for yourself. And this lady I'm
mm.
talking about just opened a shop next to the guy she was selling for. And that shop was very competitive, and actually the other one, I don't know what happened to him because this woman was able to come up with her own selling initiatives and she conquered the market. Okay, learn
Wow.
how to sell.
How to sell, the art of selling. Because
Yes,
even when you're not selling products, you're selling yourself.
yes,
How you sell yourself, people
yes.
to trust you. People buy from people they love and trust. So if
And
you're not marketing yourself in a nice way, that
mhm.
you've already lost that bit of the art of selling.
And think about it. The whole world revolves about buying and selling.
Selling
Everywhere you go, you are either
every day.
buying something or selling
Mm,
something. So get yourself from the side of buying to the consumer. Get
mm,
yourself to the side of selling, like you're the one selling. Okay.
mm, mm.
I have somebody who is selling for a certain company. She's selling telephone lines and whatever. But I'm telling you, she's making more money than even her employers. You know why? Because when she goes to start up a shop, she starts it for herself, for her own benefit. And she will
Mm,
put a price to everything. You give her
mm,
her price, she sets her own price. Why? Because she
mm.
needs that commission. She needs that.
Yes.
You bring the product, you bring the goods, they are finished. They're just for me to sell.
Mm,
Okay. So that's it. Learn how to sell.
mm,
Sell yourself, sell other people's products, get a commission, and be part of those that have gotten the privilege to raise money for themselves. So
mm,
the third point I'm going to give you is called group polling.
mhm,
Group polling usually happens for let's say professionals working on
mm,
office. You don't have time to go do sales. Probably saving has become very hard because you have this and that to do. Come up as a group. This happens in an environment where you're all at the same level of earning and you share mutual problems. For
mm,
example, I'm working with Julie, I'm working with Jen, I'm working with John. Okay, I can propose to them, guys, of our salary this month, can we get off maybe $200 each one of us? Let's put it in a pool for John. Okay. So on top of what John is going to get that month, he's going to get a collective fund
Mm.
from all of us. And
Mm.
what John could do with that money is start up a business, sustain a business, pay off
Mm.
an incredible debt, that kind of thing. And you
Mm.
have to see, if you can't do it in an office, do it in a family. Do you have a brother, a sister, an uncle that you can pour resources with? Put them in a group. Actually,
Mm.
group management has proven to be effective, especially in low income uh, countries.
Mm.
Since you can't raise the capital by yourself, you need somebody to anchor on. Anchor
Mm.
on your workmates. I'll give you an example. If you're 10 in an organization and
Mm.
everybody is going to bring $200, that
Mm.
is already, that is 10 times 200, which is $2,000. That's a startup. You do that for this one, you
It's
do
a
that for
lot.
the other one, it revolves. By the time they
Mm.
come back to you, you're building on already what you started. So,
Mm.
group pooling of resources is very, very important. It's
Mm.
very important. Yeah. So,
Brilliant.
the fourth one is reaching out to organizations that are willing to fund startups.
Mm.
The reason why many people don't use this is because they lack knowledge of where to find these organizations. But there are organizations in the entire world that are just having their money for somebody to say, okay, I have an idea that I need to put into practice. For
Mm.
instance, come up with an idea. And it doesn't have to be a purely unique idea. It doesn't have to be a new thing. You
Mm.
can pick ideas from programs that have already started. From sales, you can pick ideas from Nike. How are they marketing their things? How have they managed to go through the ranks of development and sustain their business? Pick a concept from something that is already selling. When you look
Mm.
for startups, you don't need to come up with something unique whereby the ones that are supposed to give you money will start thinking, has this thing ever worked before? Oh, are you sure
Mm.
it's going to work? No, copy,
Mm.
best, and personalize. That's what it's called. That's what China is doing. China is
Mm.
not coming up with new ideas. No, they come to
Mm.
America,
It's
they see
copy
what the
and paste.
Americans are doing, they copy, they paste, they personalize.
Mm.
So do the same. Look up
Mm.
to businesses that have already been established, how they started, how are they managing their challenges. Make research on these businesses.
Mm.
And then through your research, you may have to come up with something you don't even have, a niche. Now that's what they call a niche. Put a
Mm.
topping on your cake that is different. The cake mix is the same, right?
I
Eh,
love it. Yes.
Top up your cake, cream it properly with what the other people don't have because you've gotten business knowledge from them. So the next thing you're doing, you're creaming your cake. Theirs is pink, yours is with flowers.
Mm.
Present it to somebody who is willing to fund such a venture. It can be a government, it can be an association, it can be an NGO. Just find the one that is relevant to your business and the one that is
Mm.
within your reach.
Mm.
The other, I think 2 weeks back, I went to celebrate a startup with a lady. She's from Nigeria, and she started up an organization to help women and children in Nigeria who are disadvantaged. She wrote her proposal 2 years back. I want to give you this inspired me. two
Mm.
years back, and she was specific. She wanted her proposal to go to the UN. UN. She
Mm.
got 3 rejections. But whenever she would get a rejection, she would write back to them, why did you reject my proposal? Then they'll give her reasons because of ABCD, ABCD. She will rewrite it again. Now incorporating the reasons why they rejected it the other time. She goes back
To that drawing board.
to the drawing board. When she was talking about it, when she was launching it, she said at one point she gave up. She slept in her bed and cried and said, Lord, give up. But at that moment when she gave up, she remembered something and said, an idea came to her as, oh, that is the reason why they rejected it. Third time, she got back onto the drawing board, rewrote it, and took it to when we celebrated the launch of that. It's called Grace for Women and Children. Now,
Mm.
you know how much money she got?
No.
Oh my God, $2 million for start.
Woo. 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 I love that.
No wonder we are there celebrating. But you know what she has gone through writing? She would
Mm.
She would recap, edit, go back. She never gave up on her dream. She needed the
mm,
money, and these organizations are there to fund the money. Do you have an organization that is funding? Yes. Do
mm.
you have the money? Yes. I'll do the proposal, and we'll kickstart that. We'll,
It is so true. Yeah.
yeah. So learn to write these proposals, reach out to those organizations which fund startup, come up with a business idea that you think will sell. It doesn't
Mm,
have to be original, I've told you. Copy, paste, and personalize. If you forget
mm,
everything else, don't forget copy, paste, personalize. Okay?
mm,
Yeah. So the other, probably the last one I'll be sharing with you today is about social media, virtual distribution. Okay?
mm,
Now, if you're computer savvy and you're good with IT, or you know someone that is good with IT, this is what you can do. You're going to mirror a website. When I say mirroring a website, it's like looking at yourself in an image. If I'm selling dental equipment, okay,
mm,
I don't really have to have the dental equipment, okay, but I'll come up
mm,
with a website with all dental equipments you can ever think of in the world. What do I have behind the website is knowledge
mm,
of where to get those things from. I'll even tell you, my website can give you specifications, what those things do. It will basically sell these things as if I'm the one owning them.
mm,
So when you create an order online, behind my website, I have a link, actually links me to the actual producers or sellers of that equipment. But what are people saying?
mm.
Enterprises and all its goodies.
Yes.
It's just like what Spotify is doing. It's just like what Alibaba is doing. Everybody is selling what they do
Mm,
not have, but what makes them unique is that they have knowledge of where to get the products, which you
yes.
do not have. So, and for me, I may just even add a little commission to to my product. For
Mm,
example, maybe um, let's say a company is selling a product at £50. I'll say 53. As you see, the
mm.
three is negligible, right?
Yeah.
But then when the three is multiplied by several customers, it becomes
Mm.
quite a figure.
Exciting.
Yeah, it becomes quite a figure. So the
Mm.
more flow of traffic I have on my website for people making orders, I'm just mirroring someone's website.
Products.
Yeah, someone's products. I have a shop, a virtual shop, without having to pay rent, without having to have the actual products, but I know the
Mm,
knowledge of where to get a product.
mm,
That is what they call an exclusive knowledge into something. Know where to get it. And let people
mm,
know that you know or you have it. So that
mm,
when they need it, you'll be the first one to
mm,
present it to them. So, how does that work? First of all, you must have a website. Then you must have traffic to your website. So the only thing you're going to do is actually market your website on social media. Get
mm,
into Facebook, you know, go to Facebook ads, pay
mm,
$50, let them put your ad somewhere. So that when
mm.
Ruth comes to check, the Ruth is ever checking her Facebook. This ad keeps on popping up. Have you seen those ads of dresses?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
God. The moment you log on like this, the ad just pops up. You won't
Mm,
even know where it's coming. Why? Because they've gone in the background and made a deal with Facebook ads to
mm,
pop their ad on a specific market segment. They know
mm,
this is Ruth, age limit, this.
mm, mm,
Definitely loves dresses. And then when I see dresses coming up, I could ignore them for the first 1 hour. I can ignore. But when the ad insists on coming, I'm just like, let me click. So know your
mm,
market. Are you going to be into health? Okay.
mm,
If it's
mm,
health, make a website for health products. Know where to get them and have a link to those products. So this
mm,
the buyers will access your website, you access the distributors for them. And in
mm,
that way you're able to bring the products to them as the seller, and still the profit will go to you without even you raising capital for it. Does that make
mm.
sense?
It does. It does. It does. I
So
think there is something called drop shipping. it's something like what you're saying. I've
Yes.
had, yeah, I've
Uh-huh.
had something like that.
Yes. So
It's so beautiful. I love it.
the creative website, make your website very appealing, advertise as much as you can, and have knowledge of what uh, the kind of equipment that sell within that segment, and where to get from, and keep that knowledge to yourself.
Mm,
Don't go telling everybody, oh, I got it here, because also go there and get it.
mm,
What makes this business thrive is the fact that you can operate it on your own without having to
mm.
involve so many people. And this is something you can do in the comfort of your home. Man,
Yes.
you don't need to go looking for a job. Go to websites that sell and actually
Mm,
sell, okay? And actually mirror products for people, get them to their websites, get traffic to your website, channel products to them, learn how to do it. That's what Indians are doing. That's what everybody almost is doing. Okay, that's what everybody's
yes.
doing. So
Mm,
I think I've shared with you five. If you need more advice on how to actually start up, and probably the nugget I'll give you today is this:
mm,
identify the people that are around you, identify a need within your location.
mm,
Take your time to study the environment. Look at your strength. What do I have? If you are one of those that read the Bible, Moses had a rod in his hand that God had to use. Look around yourself.
mm,
What do I have? What skills do you have that you can sell?
mm,
Look for of marketing those skills. What do you have? What do you have around the house? Do you have an oven? Can you bake? Okay. All right. If you have an oven and you can bake, start with that one. Do
mm,
you have a child that you take care of your own child? And you're a stay-home mom? Ask neighbors
mm,
to bring their children.
mm,
Identify the potentials around you. There is
mm,
always something you can do.
mm.
Unemployment, luck is in the mind. It's your mindset.
It's
Change
the
your
mindset.
mindset, change your mindset, and you'll be
Mm,
able to fly. The sky will be the limit. So
mm,
that's what I have for you. Like Julie mentioned, my name is Ruth Greco, and my email is ruthgreco@gmail.com. I live in the US, and this is where the venture has led me to.
yeah.
This is where
And
the ventures
you
have led
have
me
a
to.
website if people wanted your products, or you have some information. Can they inbox you? Can they? How can people get in touch with you?
Okay, I think after this interview, Julie will just put details on the web. Of course, my industry for weaves is called Rema Enterprises. That one is based in Uganda, and my firms are also based in Uganda. Right here, I'm into marketing of dental equipment, and of course, it's commission based. It's commission based, so you can imagine how many machines you have to sell to
Mm.
take over a nation. Eh? That's all I can say. And you can reach me anytime for other inquiries, any questions you have at all, how to start, how to identify opportunities, because that will be again for another day, how to identify opportunities around you. I could show
Okay.
you how to start. Yeah.
So we will be interviewing you again on how to identify opportunities around
Opportunities
you.
yourself. Yeah, yeah. Around yourself, not even outside the house, around yourself. Yeah. So that I
Mm,
can let you know what makes you your own boss.
mm.
Quite interesting, and I would love to share it with you sometime.
Oh, we'll be just open-minded and ready and very honored. We'll be very honored to hear that and to learn. We're ready to change our lives for good. So,
Mm.
viewers, Ruth, this brings us to the end of our interview. Thank you so much. Thank you a million times. And if there's anyone out there who has a question you've had where you can find Ruth, please feel free to inbox her, reach out to her on her email, and she'll put some more information just on the comment box below. this
Mm.
video. If you found this video very interesting, empowering, life changing, please feel free to share with your friends, with your family, with your best friends. Let them also, get to hear these words and this knowledge. So we wish you a lovely time and thank you for watching.
Thank you so much.
Bye, everybody.